we are live from M&T Bank Stadium for the second time in 4 weeks between these two teams and the third time this season. A rivalry unlike any other. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens for the third time in the 2024-25 season, and the stakes could not be any higher than postseason football in the AFC North. It's the 6th seed Pittsburgh Steelers on the road, led by Russell Wilson, taking on the 3 seed and perhaps a 3-time MVP in the next couple of weeks, Lamar Jackson. Ravens own the most recent matchup in December that boosted their title odds. And the Pittsburgh Steelers took their home win against the Ravens earlier in the season. Pittsburgh currently on a 4-game skid after a lot of games in a very short amount of time, looking for a huge bounce-back win in their first postseason victory in 8 calendar years, as we are underway here with the Justin Tucker kickoff from the bank. And a return taken by Cordell Patterson, Unk as they call him in Pittsburgh, out to the 27-yard line. Welcome everybody joining me. Chili and I are Fitz Fan Tricks, Theo Isaac, everybody else joining me throughout. Good to have you guys here. Looking forward to some more Wildcard streams, especially this one. Obviously, as a Browns fan, this one strikes my eye the most. What up, Scribble? What up, Mario Hockey? Winner of this game will technically not have a scheduled opponent, but if the Chargers do lose to the Texans, that means the winner of this game would get, if the Ravens win, it's off to Buffalo. If the Steelers win, it's off to Kansas City. So Russ down the middle gets the game started immediately to George Pickens, a guy that's had dropping issues, and he will not drop that one. 21 yards picked up on the opening play for GP1 issue. He was targeted a handful of times against the Cincinnati Bengals in their Week 18 loss at home. And a really disappointing outing from the entire offense, all things considered. Mentioned earlier on a 4-game skid. Really brutal opponents, though, in that stretch, including the Ravens. And there's Roquan Smith, the linebacker, up the middle. Ravens averaging the least amount of yards per carry against in the NFL this season at just around 3.5. So Najee Harris has got his work cut out for him on Saturday night. Russ will line up in the empty shotgun formation. 2nd and 10. Quick pass down the middle. Again, it's Pickens, and he will silence the bank for the moment with another first down catch. And, of course, George Pickens going to talk his talk as much as possible against Baltimore. Perhaps the biggest division rivalry in the NFL as it sits today. What up, Brendan Marks? Pittsburgh looking for a touchdown on their opening drive. Russell handoff to Jalen Warren, and again it's Roquan at the line of scrimmage. No gainer that time. Pittsburgh facing 2nd and 10 coming up. The Steelers team started the season out with 10 wins and just 3 losses. It was looking really, really good for them. A lot of people thought they may make a deep postseason run. Now the worst odds to win the Super Bowl, including both 7 seeds, the Packers and the Broncos. Handoff to Warren on the halfback draw. Delayed handoff will pick up 4 on his second carry. 50 points from Gibbs in this game to win my championship. Well, I got news for you, my friend. As an injured Raven on the play that time. We'll stop the clock with 7:55 to go. If he needed 50 from him last week, I'm sure he got pretty close, actually, in that Sunday Night Football win to secure them the 1 seed against Minnesota. But, yeah, that was the legacy game from Jahmyr Gibbs. Once again, it's Russ from the empty. 5 targets out there for him on 3rd and 6. Wilson will not take a sack. Will fire to the sideline. Knocked down, incomplete. Looks like the rookie Nate Wiggins knocking that out of the hands of Van Jefferson. And Boswell will trot on, looking to save the team yet again. What up, SM? Boswell has been the man all season long. Mr. Reliable for this Pittsburgh special teams. Danny Smith's guys have been pedal to the middle all season long. This one from 54. Of course it's true. It's Chris Boswell. And Pittsburgh takes an early 3-0 lead in Baltimore. Who would make him lose today? Brendan Marks. Who needs to lose for your fortune to come true? Denver versus Packers Super Bowl. You know what? I'm here for it. Bo Nix and Jordan Love. Why not? Ravens do win the game, and they end up playing Buffalo. I hope this game is in a different story than the last time we played the Ravens in Baltimore and watched my team get embarrassed. Yeah, that is Very factual. Derrick Henry ran all over that defense. As Baltimore will get a chance to show off that electric offense, Lamar Jackson looking for his third MVP and his second consecutive. Depending on what the AP voters think, he has the best stats in the NFL, but Josh Allen, with a little bit worse surrounding cast, could be an argument for him to win a potential MVP. There is a Flowers question, putting him in this one or not, but his ankle injury seems to be day-to-day. MRI came back negative, so he will play today for Baltimore, looking to lead their offense to a touchdown on the opening drive. Hand off to Henry, and there's TJ Watt with an early tackle for loss. Two X-Factors that are going to meet more than once today, and Watt wins the first battle. Henry goes nowhere. The King stopped on his throat on the opening play for this Raven offense. Breaks up a 2nd and 10. Now it's time for LaMarvelous. On a 4-man rush, Jackson down the middle finds Isaiah Likely. It's Watt in coverage with a tackle, but not after a 9-yard pickup. 3rd and 1 coming up. J.C. Horn has been banned today. Dang. What is crazy, Scribble? Bills want to make a run. Make a run. Our defense has to play good. Our defense is very hit or miss. That is true. They have looked better as of late, though. This time it is Mark Andrews in motion. Slow start to his season. Really got it picking up as the weeks progressed, and he will get the football on a crosser. Looking for midfield. He has got the stripe and an 11-yard pickup, first down, Baltimore. Their drive continues. These two teams have met in the postseason more than once, but this is the first time in about 10 years, I believe. Probably a little bit more than that. Although usually it is further along than the wild card. The old Joe Flacco and Ben Roethlisberger days. Now it's Russ and Lamar. Henry will catch this football with the 49 running forward. Hard to take him down. And Pittsburgh cannot until he picks up the first down. We have all these crazy good teams this season, and the Chiefs still 3-pitting. See, that's probably going to happen. Wonder why this game's on Prime Video. It's the first time a playoff game has been on Prime Video. It would be, yeah. Guess Peacock missed out on their postseason game. Exclusively on Peacock this season. Jackson, good protection. It's breaking it down, though. Cam Hayward giving chase, so Lamar Jackson going to take off. And Patrick Queen, a former Raven, will take him down at the 34-yard line. Yeah, I don't know. Not a huge fan of a game being on a different channel like every week. It's kind of weird. Missed when Thursday Night Football was on NFL Network. Truly. Not much we can do about that now, though. Jackson will motion in. Zay Flowers on 2nd and 4. Well protected. That is the target. Another Raven first down. 3rd of the drive. Overtaking Pittsburgh offensively in this one as their drive stalled short at the 37. Baltimore moving up to the 27-yard line of Pittsburgh. And Mike Tomlin really looking to overcome a playoff bug as of late. So many appearances, so many losses in their first game, whether it be wild card or divisional, is Likely has his second catch. Watt with the tackle again. Very rare that he rushes the passer today, so it seems. Yeah, Commanders Bucks, that'll be a really good game. I think that'll be the best game of a wild card, in my opinion. Two very evenly matched teams with, I guess you could say, youth at quarterback, depending on the way you look at it. 2nd and 2. Ravens the first team to crack open the red zone on Saturday Night Football. Jackson, 5-step drop on 2nd and 2. Off his back foot, finds Flowers. Another first down catch. The first Pro Bowler in Ravens history continues to lead his offense down the field with his incredible catching ability. That'll work out nicely. And now Jackson fires down the middle to the end zone. This time it's Rashad Bateman, the Minnesota man, with the catch and the touchdown. And the Ravens take a 6-3 lead with that one. How about it? Both teams scoring on their opening drive. Of course, the Ravens meant a little bit more on theirs. So Lamar Jackson leads the troops once again, and the Ravens take an early lead in the first quarter. What's up, Camu White Sea? Yeah, Commanders Bucks will be on Thursday night, I believe, as this extra point is up, and it is good. Actually, I take that back. It'll be Friday evening at some time. Might have to move Thursday's stream to Friday as well, so we may up getting a doubleheader between the Packers and Eagles following, or I should say, trailing the stream between the Commanders and the Buccaneers on Friday night. So I might get a Friday night doubleheader for the first time in a while. Anybody else see LeBron's left-handed poster today? Random intersection here in the chat, but my goodness. LeBron's unfair. As the Ravens will kick off to Pittsburgh. Looking to take the lead back. On a return taken this time by Jalen Warren. And he'll find the 26-yard line with 3:10 to go in the first quarter. This game was on a Tuesday once? Yeah, I believe it. Actually, I believe it was Wednesday afternoon football, if I'm not mistaken, during that streak of COVID during the season. That truly was a time of all time. Russell Wilson back under center with a handoff to Najee Harris, and of course the opening play of this drive will be made by Roquan Smith. Another tackle for the former Chicago Bear. Imagine what their team could look like today with a really good core in the middle of that linebacking group. LeBron is the undisclosed GOAT, 100%. No questions asked about that one. 2nd and 9, pass down the middle, caught by Freiermuth. He was the star of the show last week for Pittsburgh in their Week 18 loss. Had a lot of catches, including a touchdown late, which made the game a lot closer than it really was, in my opinion. Ravens had that, or I should say the Bengals had the game in the book pretty much since the beginning of the second half, but could not finish in the red zone. Story of their season, and that's why they missed out on the playoffs by 1 seat. 3rd and 3 handoff to Harris, and he's not going to get there. Blown up in the play by Kyle Van Noy, a guy who actually, or this time it's Trenton Simpson. But while we're talking about Kyle Van Noy, he actually had more sacks than TJ Watt this season, which means somebody on every other team in the AFC North had more sacks than the highest sack leader of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Punt here for Corliss Waitman. Had a couple good ones last week, and this one is going to fit that description as well. Fair catch called for at the 23-yard line. Late Ravens blowout, I could really see it there. I think 10-point favorites. May not shock me too much. Yeah, Wednesday at like 3 p.m. was that kickoff. That was the Trace McSorley legacy game, where he almost led a miraculous comeback. 1st and 10 here for Baltimore. Handoff to Henry, and Watt beats him. Gain of 2 that time. King is slammed to the ground again by TJ Watt to begin this drive as well, resulting in a 2nd down and 8. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying these streams as of late. Drop a like down below if you are. Of course, we got to finish out the Super Wildcard weekend. As it sits, though, a handoff here to Derrick Henry. Will go for about 7.5. Assuming the Bills beat the Broncos, which obviously not set in stone, but a Buffalo win and a Ravens win would mean Baltimore goes to Buffalo and Houston goes to Kansas City. A Bills win and a Steelers win sends Pittsburgh off to Kansas City and Houston off to Buffalo. And a Broncos win would really mess things up quite substantially, actually. 3rd and inches for Lamar Jackson. Mark Andrews in motion. Pocket collapsing. Keanu Benton giving chase. Not enough, though. Rashad Bateman collects that one. Slammed to the ground at the 44-yard line. A gain of 12. AFC title game. I actually have both 1 and 2 seeds in both conference championship games. So I have the Chiefs and Bills, and the Lions and the Eagles. I have the Bills upsetting Kansas City on the road, and then I have the Lions winning at home and losing the Super Bowl to Buffalo. Final play of the opening quarter. Jackson barely gets the snap away. Handoff again to Henry. And a couple of Steelers that time make sure he goes nowhere. And the end of one here at M&T Bank Stadium. A quick quarter It's the Ravens 7, the Steelers 3. As we switch sides of the football field, Jackson will open up the second quarter in the empty. Looking for someone to get open, and now he will recycle his running back behind him, who is getting a pass laterally, and Henry looking to run through defenders, going nowhere. All that flashiness for none. Chargers and Bills AFC title game, or Chiefs versus Bills. Chargers would really be something. I'd love to see the Chargers beat the Chiefs, though, in Arrowhead, too. That would be a treat. 3rd and 10 for Baltimore. Isaiah Likely, the motion man this time. Mark Andrews in the game as well there. Beside the right tackle. Jackson hit as he fires, finds Likely, and Likely with a nice move made there. Sets up 4th and a yard. Alex Highsmith is there on the pressure. And Likely would have been a couple yards short. But instead, he angles his body a different way, and that sets up 4th and 1. A question here for John Harbaugh, who is prone to going for these. Although this time it is a lengthy yard, so he will bring out the punting unit. Trusting his defense, they have been pretty good as of late. And Jordan Stout puts this one out of bounds, angles it well to the 13-yard line. Wilson takes over from there. Both defenses starting to wake up here at the bank in Baltimore. Cannot wait for the postseason either. It's going to be a good one. I'm just hoping Pittsburgh loses and, my life will be okay. They have not won a game since nearly 8 years ago to the day in the postseason. Russ looking to break that curse, though. Dancing around, fires down the middle, pass caught, 7-yard pickup to George Pickens. A lot better of a start to this game today than last week, that's for sure. He has got nothing but revenge on his mind. Remember, he did not play against Baltimore in their recent matchup on the road. So going to be an X factor having him back, although he was anything but against the Cincinnati Bengals. Penalty marker down, pre-snap penalty. Wilson thinks it's a free play, goes down the field, and he will find his target at the 50. And it will stand. Well recognized there. Kyle Hamilton lining up off sides. And Wilson taking advantage of the miscue. Will find the longest play of the game so far to midfield. Miami got the 14th pick, yep. See what they can do with it. Browns actually have the most draft capital out of any team in the NFL draft. We have 11 picks coming up. I am excited to see what our rookies can do. Hand off to Harris. Najee Harris again, met by Roquan Smith. It is going to be a battle of who can break free. King Henry from TJ or Najee from Roquan Smith. And right now, neither running back winning their battle, which is why it is such a low-scoring game so early on to this one. Ravens fans on their feet. This game means more to them than other fans could ever imagine. Another pre-snap penalty. Got to imagine this might be offsides as well, as Freiermuth, I believe, collects that one in bounds. And again, it's offsides. Maybe a championship. I think it'll be Thunder Cavs. Thunder and 6. Nah, I think it'll be Thunder Cavs as well, as that was, in fact, on Kyle Hamilton again. Second time he's lined up in the neutral zone on this drive. What a bags off. The run pass. Matt Canada lives on through the spirits of Arthur Smith. Muth in motion on 2nd and 5. Hand off to Harris. Bouncing it outside. Got to block that time. Roquan was sealed off, but not enough. That time it is only a gain of 3. Looks like Odefa Owe on the tackle on the outside. Well, Cavs play the Thunder tomorrow night in Cleveland. Looking forward to that game. Should be probably one of the better games of the regular season. As a Pittsburgh Steeler, 3rd and 2 coming up. Quick passes out there, caught by Darnell Washington at easy yard short. Would be a 57-yarder for Boswell. Or will the Ravens keep their defense on the field as a result of Mike Tomlin rolling the dice here? No signs of Chris Boswell. And an early gamble for Mike Tomlin. 4th down and 1, crucial play in the second quarter. Russ fires right side, wide open down low. Van Jefferson keeps the drive going. 1st down for the Steelers. Pittsburgh's drive remains intact. Celtics Nuggets today, too. I got the Nuggets. I think Jokic will have a triple-double as well. Looking forward to that game. Should be a good one. First and 10, hand off to Harris up the middle. Knocked forward, favorable tackle made there at the 26-yard line. Pickup of 3. Yes, some good NBA games coming up here in the next couple of days. Lakers and Mavericks right now in a pretty good one. Midway through the second quarter. Russ with 2 backs in his backfield. Will hand off to Harris, a little pin pull to the left side. He sheds 1 tackle, and then Roquan Smith reminds him where he is on the football field. It's a gain of 4 that time. Or rather, a gain of just 1. As he picked up 3 in that previous carry. Forgot about that. Tennessee basketball is going out absolutely sad right now. Holy cow. 3rd and 6 for Pittsburgh. Raven fans on their feet again. It's a screen pass wide open. It's Jalen Warren, not patient enough though, and he'll pay the price. That time it is Odefa away with a big-time tackle. Tennessee basketball is currently 6 for 37 and 1 for 21 from 3. That is the #1 team in the country, by the way. That is insane. And this time, no question about it, Pittsburgh will settle for a field goal. Boswell from 40. Of course, that's good. Lead is cut down to 1 as the Pittsburgh Boswells bring themselves within just a point. Would love some good draft picks. Would love Cam Ward. We'll see what happens, though. I don't think that were they. Oh, they were 13-0. That's right. They beat Michigan, I believe. And that crazy 4-point play. Forgot that even happened. Yeah, that was something. Boswell on for the kickoff here for Pittsburgh. Into return for Baltimore. Drive beginning at the 27-yard line. Big time hit there. Expecting a couple of fights in this game, truth be told. Would not be shocked by any means. It is a rivalry that is run deep. These two teams have just had nothing but pure hatred for each other for quite some time now. And Russ takes the seat on the bench, ready to watch the 2-time, maybe 3-time MVP, Lamar Jackson, go to work, but he does the opposite. Picked off in return for a touchdown. Pittsburgh's defense scores their first TD. It is Dante Jackson, the Pittsburgh's defense doing what they've done all season long, bailing out their slow offense. And a miscommunication there on the out route for Zay Flowers. Dante Jackson takes it the distance. So much for La MVP. Well then. That is just his 5th interception. Regular season and postseason combined. And Boswell is on for the extra point now. Trying to make this a 6-point Pittsburgh advantage, and he will do just that. In the blink of an eye, this game goes from 7-3 to 7-13. How about it? The black magic of the Pittsburgh Steelers marches on just a little bit longer. Yeah, Zay Flowers actually did help him quite a bit there, didn't he? You are not wrong. Another former Carolina Panther. You know what? That's as close as we're going to get to a J.C. Horn interception. Spiritually, that might be a J.C. Horn pick, you know. Boswell is on for the kick. And again, Ravens will repeat a kick return. This time up to the 28-yard line. So Lamar looking to shake off the pick 6. Might want to consider handing the rock to that fella right there, Derrick Henry. Led the NFL on the AFC side in rushing yards, behind obviously Saquon Barkley overall, who became the 9th ever rusher to have a 2,000-yard season. A remarkable stat to hit, and he also did it in just 16 games. Giants fans look away. Lamar back to work, though, and this time you will find a player in the purple. It's likely. As time continues to tick away here. Ravens do receive the second half kickoff as well. keeping that in mind, maybe the Ravens a little bit more conservative here on this drive, trying to take as much time with them as possible. Get the old 2-for-1. Ricard lines up in the backfield as a fullback. Jackson deep down the field, swatted down by T.J. Watt. He does it all. He rushes the passer, and he deflects the passes. 3rd and 3 coming up. Pittsburgh defense looking to make another stand, putting their foot in the ground one more time. And there we go. 3rd and 3. King Henry to the right side of Lamar Jackson, lining up in the gun. Lamar drops back, quick pass down the middle, caught by Likely, hangs on through the contact of Peyton Wilson, the rookie out of NC State. And that will be a first down for the Ravens. Three minutes to go now in the half. 6-point deficit faced by Baltimore. Fake touch pass there, and there is T.J. Watt. 8-yard sack, his first in just a couple of weeks. A struggle fest has come to an end for T.J., finally showing up in the postseason for the black and gold. Looks like some miscommunication there between offensive linemen, and the Pittsburgh defense is coming alive here on the road. This seems like a very Ravens trap game. I don't know why, but it really does. It strikes me as one. Going to be a lot closer than people think. Likely Ricard and Henry all in the backfield on 2nd and 18. Could be the final play here before the end of the quarter, and Watt's got a TFL on Jackson as well. Loss of 3 that time as he tripped him up in the backfield. 3rd and 21 coming up after the 2-minute warning. It's the Steelers 13, the backbone of their defense, and the Ravens 7. Quick transition to the second portion of this quarter. Following the break, it's a handoff to Henry, and he goes nowhere. Cameron Hayward having himself a career year despite being at the tail end of his. Another tackle for loss for this Pittsburgh defense as they continue to feast away on the remains of King Henry. Timeout taken by Tomlin. Steelers trying to get a 2-score lead heading into halftime, which could be significant on the road. Punt is away for Jordan Stout. Good blocking and a really good punt, returnable from the 20-yard line. Looks like Calvin Austin. And he takes that return up to the 28. And so here comes Russ, an extended break after the pick 6 and that drive, leading to nothing at all. Jackson going to have to recoup and regroup in the locker room. Been a while since he has faced some adversity like this. Always happens in the postseason, though. Swing pass right side of Harrison. He'll lose 3. Roquan Smith is following him in his pocket like change. And now 2nd and a Baker's dozen. Pittsburgh taking their time, setting up a screen to Harris. Good blocking out in front. Roquan sealed off and out of bounds at the 35 is Najee. Thoughts on this running back core, by the way, Chet? I feel like Najee has picked up. I feel like Jalen Warren, not really regressed, but his reps have really seen him fizzle out of this offense, though. It's been a rough watch, I'm sure, for Steeler fans, especially in December. 3rd and 2, big play here for Pittsburgh's offense, and Russ will convert to George Pickens, hammered down by Kyle Hamilton. Russ over 100 yards passing, and an injury on the play. Looks like that is Zach Frazier, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Another rookie, can't afford for a center to go down. That might hurt them significantly down the stretch. And so now Pittsburgh down to one final timeout with 1:09 to go. Russ on 1st and 10. Well protected, and he will this time escape the pocket. Up the left sideline, there goes Wilson sliding down, avoiding a Roquan Smith hammer time hit. Under a minute to go in the second quarter, and Pittsburgh threatening a 2-score lead in Baltimore. This could really be something. Wow. Time still ticking away, though. Don't forget, Russ did slide down and bounce. So 30 seconds left here in the half. Wilson, left side, down the field he goes, on the sideline, a laser. 5th catch of the half for George Pickens, 64 yards. How about it for the Steeler offense? What up, John Ziller? Lamar shakes the playoff ghost before this is over. He better. Already threw a pick 6 in this one, the only touchdown scored for the Steelers today. Perfect 2-minute drill there by Russell Wilson, although it's not over. Looking to keep it up with a fresh set of downs. Wide open on the right sideline is Calvin Austin. Inside the 5 he goes. Nobody within a 10-yard radius. And he gets out of bounds, saving a timeout, opening up the Pittsburgh playbook. They could easily be up 13 points before halftime, which is something. This game is flipping on its head here in the second quarter. 1st and goal for Wilson. Steps right, fires back in the end zone. Almost intercepted by Brandon Stevens. Tried to do the old bat it back to his teammate there. Not quite on the same page with his other defensive back. That'll result in an incompletion. 15-6 to go. 2nd and goal from the 4. Wilson from the empty, steps up in the pocket. Can he take off? Yes, he will, and he will score. Steelers take a 2-touchdown lead heading into halftime in Baltimore. Well, Week 18, his final 2-minute drill, probably the worst executed, maybe in NFL history. And he learns from his mistakes very quickly. Scoring a touchdown in the first half 2-minute drill here in Pittsburgh. That is big time. Extra point for Boswell, up and good. Advantage is 13. How about a 17-0 second quarter difference in favor of the Pittsburgh Steelers? That is significant. Talk about Odefa Owe on the Ravens sideline. I think that is his brother, Otega Owe. Currently playing for Kentucky as they trail by 7 to the Georgia Bulldogs. In basketball, who are surprisingly having a really good season, 12-2 on the year. Looking to take down an AP top 10 opponent. This is a kickoff here for Chris Boswell. Heads in the direction of Baltimore. Return is taken out to the 26-yard line, and pending a Jackson kneel down, we should be headed for the second half. Ravens do receive the second half kickoff, so we'll see if they can turn it around maybe offensively and then fix their defense in the process, giving them maybe a break, because Russ wore them out on that drive, no doubt about it, and it will be a kneel down here for Lamar Jackson. Probably the least clean half of his career so far, or at least this season. Lamar Jackson off of his game entirely there. 20-7 lead for Pittsburgh. Which demons will be exercised here in the postseason? Will it be playoff Lamar once again, or will it be the 8-year postseason victory drought for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Guess we'll find out in the next 30 or so minutes. Boswell gets the second half underway. Return is taken from the 5 up to the 24-yard line. I'm going to try to reach out more. That is on me. Try to get back in the swing of things. Of course, it's Taco Tuesday. How can you not make steak tacos? Taco Tuesday, heck yeah. Played for OU last year. I believe I remember that, actually. But yeah, Thunder Cavs tomorrow. That is going to be absolute. Cannot miss TV. Gotta watch it, no matter the circumstances. Ravens offense back to work, trailing by 13. Handing off to Henry, and he is pulled backwards by Peyton Wilson. What a tackle. Not easy to bring him down by just the creases of his elbows. Well, this Pittsburgh defense really has just been the kryptonite for Derrick Henry. At least at home, and here it's transferring on the road out of nowhere. 2nd and 7 now. Blitz coming here from Pittsburgh, and that pass knocked away incomplete. Joey Porter Jr. times it up to perfection. Ravens are on the ropes at home. This is kind of shocking to me. The overall difference in Madden, I think, is like 10. Might be 9 or 11. I don't remember. Somewhere around that ballpark. I think it might be 93 to 82. Henry in the backfield again on 3rd and 7. Jackson looking for the first down through the air. Steps up in the pocket. He is taken down by Larry Ogunjobi. As the former Cleveland Brown. And you could even call him a veteran here on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With another huge play defensively. And the Ravens go 3 and out to open up the second half. Just a minute gone by on that drive, and Jordan Stout right back out on the field, ready to punt it away, and he will get this off of his right foot. Returnable from the 27. Spin move is about as counter-effective as possible up to the 33. Here comes Russ. Pittsburgh would love to take their sweet, sweet time with this drive, if possible. No reason to rush with a 2-score lead in the football. Wilson under center. From the 33, handoff to Najee Harris. Right side, he escapes for about 3.5 yards. I believe that's his best carry of the day, which says a lot about this Pittsburgh rushing offense. They are just not good at all right now. Look at it, cleaned it up. 2nd and 7. Wilson with a bunch of formation left. Will fire that direction, and it will be hauled in by Van Jefferson. Russ over the 150-yard mark with that touchdown pass as well that he had earlier on in the opening half, which was essentially dominated by the defense of Pittsburgh after they gave up that opening drive touchdown. See if the Ravens bring some pressure. They will not. Russ breaking apart that zone, finds Freiermuth, spins off of a couple of tackles, and picks up an extra 4 or so yards on his way to a gain of 9. Moonballs and field goals, that has been their offense all year, and somehow, someway, that has guided them to 10 victories. It always does, though. That and their defense, which is really taking a step back this year, which is kind of surprising. 2nd and 1, I formation handoff. This time it's Harris, and he gains nothing. Shut down at the 45-yard line. 3rd and 1 coming up. Could be a turning point here in the 3rd quarter. Just what the Ravens need is a stop right here, right now. Run-heavy package on 3rd and 1 shown by Pittsburgh. What does Mike Tomlin have dialed up? Play action pass for Wilson. Well protected, rolling left, and he's going to take off. Greengrass ahead of him. It's a first down and plenty more for Russ, and this time he hangs onto the football. Not going to fumble like he did last time here in Baltimore that he failed to slide. 17-yard pickup and a first down for Russell Wilson. Boswell for MVP. Honestly, he should be on the ballot at the very least. Not even joking. Pittsburgh already, of course, in Boswell range. Russ looking for a touchdown, though. Down the middle he goes, finding Freiermuth. Inside the red zone go the Steelers. And now the Ravens are really sensing danger at home. Body swap pregame, they must have. It's the only explanation that makes sense. And again, they're looking to run the football right at the heart and soul of this Raven defense. Hand off to Harris up the middle. Only a yard, 10 carries and 12 yards. That is really quite the stat line of all time. John Zilla with the $4.99. Appreciate it, my friend. Playoff ball, yes, sir. Absolutely. Appreciate your donation as you pull away from Chile a little bit more atop the all-time donor list. 2 receivers left and right on 2nd and 9. Russ down the middle he goes. It is caught through the heavy hit. That is Freiermuth again. Ball to the 6-yard line. I appreciate it, Jillian. Not trying to poke fun at that. Just like to update the people on what the all-time donor list looks like. Much appreciated, though, John Zeller, as always. The contributions go a long way. Pass down the middle as that goes a long way, too, to Freiermuth, who's into the end zone. Back-to-back weeks with a touchdown. And the Steelers ahead by 19 points. 26-7 in Baltimore. And the narrative of Lamar not being able to beat the Steelers when it matters is slowly coming back. And this time, they will go for two. Connor Hayward in the backfield. Russ will fire to the end zone. Wide open George Pickens. It is a 21-point game in the third quarter. 9 plays, 67-yard, 4-minute, 9-second drive conducted by the conductor himself, Chef Russ. Cooking up this defense. Drive after drive. What up, Two Chiefs? Haven't seen you in forever. It's good to have you back, my friend. Welcome to postseason streams as we continue our way through the AFC side of the Wildcard simulations. Ending that tomorrow with our Broncos and Bills stream. I know some Denver fans looking for their first postseason win since Super Bowl 50. It's been a while. Kickoff for Pittsburgh. Ravens need a touchdown, and they need it now as that return eclipses the 27-yard line. Yeah, we got Bills and Broncos tomorrow. I believe we're going to take Thursday off and have a doubleheader on Friday, which will be the Packers at Eagles. And then after that, Commanders and Buccaneers. Saturday at noon will be our final stream. That will be our Vikings and Rams to cap off the wild card. Then we sit back, relax, and watch actual football before we reorganize into our actual teams in the divisional round. There's Nelson Aguilar down the middle. Might have to step up if there is an absence of Zay Flowers after his ankle injury against Cleveland. And their victory, 35-10 over the Browns in Week 18. Their division-clinching win over a team that beat them at Cleveland. Surprisingly, the Browns only had 3 wins this season, 2 of which came against the Ravens and Steelers. We picked 2 good ones, I must say. Jackson on 1st and 10, sips that one in. And it will be caught by Zay Flowers, an 8-yard pickup. Lamar sensing the urgency that is needed, dialing in his A game. I committed to team with a $150 buy-in, and we won a split 800. How about it? That's big time. I lost in the fantasy chip to eggs off because Jake Moody missed not 1 but 2 50-plus yard field goals. If he made either, I would have won. Highly disappointing, but it is what it is. Put up 144 in the chip and still lost. Great effort from my squad. Lamar off his back foot. Down the field he goes. Caught by Andrews at the 31-yard line. Take it out near the boundary. Another big-time first down throw for Lamar Jackson. Yeah, I was one and done in my buy-in league, unfortunately. But it is what it is there. Final 3 minutes of the third quarter. Jackson and the Ravens would love to score as soon as possible. Blitz coming, and Jackson is stumped down by Patrick Queen. 3 sacks today from Pittsburgh, and PQ with a big-time revenge one on the 10-yard loss. Revenge chase sweet, especially on the road. Patrick Queen felt like he was heavily disrespected here in Baltimore, looking to get his get back. And why not? So on the cusp of range, although at this point Justin Tucker can kick back and relax, they won't need him. Have to have some touchdowns as Jackson almost fires that one into the hands of Peyton Wilson. It'll wind up in a completion though. 3rd and 20 coming up. I mean, it was either Jake Moody or Blake Grupe, and I think Grupe only put up 4 that week, so it is what it is, man. You can't have them all. 3rd and 20 from the 41. Jackson off his back foot, fires a prayer to the end zone. It is knocked away by Joey Porter Jr. Watt give a chase, JPJ in coverage. And the Ravens will have to punt it away again. A promising drive fizzles out, all for none. Brian Thomas Jr. in the 7th round is my best draft pick. And how about this? Wow. Tucker from 58 yards away. He has been struggling from 50 plus. Harbaugh sends him out there anyway, and this one is up, and it is good. Maybe some postseason elegance for Justin Tucker, as that would have been good from about 65. Obviously, he holds the all-time record at 66. But a remarkable kick there for Justin Tucker. Brings this to an 18-point game with 2:14 to go in the third. Update on Tennessee for those that are following. 7 of 48 from the field, 1 for 24 from 3. The number 1 team in the country. That is embarrassing. Return taken here for Pittsburgh. Spin move by Jalen Warren up to the 26-yard line he goes. 2:09 left in the third quarter. Yeah, I got Bucky Irving 161st overall, which was more than a steal, truthfully. Then I got Jalen McMillan super late in my other league, too. That was a great feeling. Bucky Irving, my fantasy football GOAT, right behind Baker Mayfield, I must say, though. Had him in both leagues. Absolute wonder season for him. Russ will find Pickens down the middle, and he will find 4 yards of separation between he and Trenton Simpson. 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Steelers hanging on to a 3-score lead. This time is on the side of Pittsburgh. Their best friend right now is every second that ticks away. Muth in motion. Hand off to Harris. Following blockers cannot escape Roquan Smith. If there's one person winning a battle today for the Baltimore Ravens, it is number 0. And that represents the amount of plays that Najee Harris has gotten past him. Absolutely not. 3rd and 6 here. Baltimore looking for a stop. Or perhaps a turnover. Owe rushing from the bottom of the screen. Russ is being pressured, and he will heave this one away out of bounds. And incomplete. Marquette down to Georgetown, too. Wow. Patrick Ewing still coaching there? That would be quite the upset, too. They're on a 27-9 run right now. How about it? As Corliss Waitman will punt the football away to the Ravens. Return is taken up to the 31-yard line. As Lamar Jackson might be down to his last couple of drives here, unless he can construct a miracle. This game has felt out of reach since really the opening drive. I should say the Steelers' opening drive of the second half. At one point, it was 7-3 in favor of Baltimore. But a field goal, a pick six, and a couple of Russell Wilson marquee drives have made this the Steelers' game to lose as King Henry finds a yard up the middle. Congratulations to that, eggs off. Might have won it by a stat correction, Chile. It's always a possibility. I still yearn for that day that I win via stat correction. That would be quite cool. Could be our final play of the third quarter. Watt giving chase, and it's not going to be enough, though. Nelson Aguilar collects that. An 8-yard pickup will take us to the fourth quarter. It is the Steelers' game to lose on their own in Baltimore. Pittsburgh 28, Baltimore 10. Ravens on the ropes with the final 10 minutes on the clock. Jackson on 3rd and 1. 5 Steelers on the line of scrimmage. Alex Highsmith ready to take off. Jackson fires deep down the sideline, and it will be caught. Yes, it will, by Nelson Aguilar. Very close to being out of bounds, but he makes sure to get both feet down. Ravens drive continues. See if that left foot got down. I believe it did. Of course, Tomlin standing right next to the official if he wanted to throw a challenge flag, and he will not. Andrews is in motion. On the second play of the fourth quarter, Jackson will go his direction. Down the middle, he finds 8 more. Mark Andrews starting to feast here in the second half as well. Ravens have not scored a touchdown since that opening drive where they found Rashad Bateman for his first postseason touchdown, I believe. Now 2nd down and 2 yards. Henry will act as a receiver. Jackson into tight coverage, and he finds the window. Just enough room there for Rashad Bateman, right on cue, to move the chains into the 20, down to the 18. North Carolina does kind of shock me. I don't know. Baylor, though, they just didn't regroup well enough, I'm assuming. First and 10 again for the Ravens. Jackson retreating off his back foot to the end zone. He goes. Touchdown, Isaiah Likely. And step 1 of the comeback is underway. Lamar Jackson giving the Ravens fans something to hope for here at home, finding his back upside in the end zone. And I believe they will kick one this time around. Although, who knows with John Harbaugh. And it will be an extra point for Justin Tucker, who just got done knocking through that 58-yarder. Kick is up, and it is good. Lead is 11 for Pittsburgh. How about this game, though? .8:32 left. Still anybody's game, I feel like. Is UNC actually still ranked? I didn't think they were. Let's see. No, I don't believe they are anymore. AP poll updated yesterday. They always have quality losses, though. In all fairness. Steelers begin a key drive from the 27-yard line. Handful of first downs and field goal range might really be enough to send them on their way. Back to Pittsburgh with a victory. Russ looking to lead the charge. 1st and 10. Play action pass. How about this? Tomlin wanting a deep shot. Russ looking to escape it. He cannot. Sacked on the play by Washington and Madubuike. They converge on Russ. Ravens fans are believing. So is Lamar Jackson. It's a loss of 1 for Wilson, although the clock continues to tick away. Keep an eye on George Pickens. Him and Brandon Stevens one-on-one. Atop the screen, but a handoff out of the I formation. And Najee Harris, and a tackle made by Roquan Smith again. Every time Najee Harris blinks, he probably sees Roquan Smith in his peripherals at this point. 3rd and 12 for Pittsburgh. 7.5 to go. Blitz coming for Baltimore. Russ being chased, and he is going to be hit as he throws. Incomplete. Clock is stopped, and so are the Steelers. 3 and out for Pittsburgh. Bears had an awful season. What do you think about Caleb? I thought he showed some pretty good things. Obviously, a lot to work on, but as a rookie, you know, you'd rather see what you saw this season than what you had out of Justin Fields a couple of years into his development. Return second here for Baltimore, and a great tackle made at the 33-yard line. Yeah, things are really looking up there for Chicago. 4-2, 1 play away from 5-2, another play away from 6-2. Man, really their season just looked depressing. But I guess that is Bears football in a nutshell. Those first 6 weeks will be talked about, I'm sure, in Bears history for a while, until they're good again. We will see. Ravens offense back on the field. Lamar, play action pass. Deep he goes, and he connects with Andrews. First and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here come the Ravens. Bears offense worse than the Steelers? I don't think so. Browns offense is the absolute worst, though. No doubt about that one. A lot of bodies in the backfield this time. On first and 10. Moving up front for Ricard. Hand off to Henry up the middle. One of his best carries today. Picks up 6. Time still ticking away. 2nd and 4. Team is definitely worse than Caleb, I would agree. Ben Johnson would be a steal for Chicago. Weak side blitz is coming. Lamar handles it well. Finds Aguilar. On a first down pass and catch. But beating the Packers at Lambeau, definitely a good start to 2025 for Chicago. Caleb was never lost at Lambeau Field. How about it? First down at 10. Lamar Jackson sending Isaiah Likely in motion this time. Play action to Henry. Jackson scampers left now, going to look to take off, and he's going to make one man miss inside the 20. Finally tackled down by Peyton Wilson at the 15-yard line. Best run of the day for Lamar. Steelers winning the actual game. I'm going to take Baltimore personally. I think it'll be close, though. 23-20 is my projected final score. So we'll see what happens there. Midway through the fourth quarter, though, the Ravens surging offensively on a 10-0 run. But looking to expand their offensive poise here. I know it is a 10-0 run, isn't it? It is. Yeah, I think I said 23-20 in my notes. I went 159 and 113 this year in predictions, so not a great year for me. Truth be told, welcome back, Fins fan. Less than 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 2nd down and 8. Lamar taps on his helmet, fires low, but it will be caught by Aguilar, short by a yard of the first down marker. Well, if push comes to shove, they could settle for 3, but would love a touchdown here. And now we get down to 4 minutes. Bunch formation to the right side of Jackson, as is Derrick Henry. 3rd and about a foot. Jackson rolling left, looking to escape, and he will do it himself for the touchdown. The Ravens back within a score. Veteran rust of the postseason, it could work. How about Lamar, though, putting the team on his back in the second half? 28-7. He threw a pick 6 in the opening first 20. But right now he is showing maybe why he should be the MVP. And they will definitely go for 2 here. Tucker hit from 58, so you got to feel good about how he's kicking today. Trying to make this a 3-point game with 3:45 to go. In the fourth quarter, handoff to Henry up the middle, and he is going to be shut down by Patrick Queen. Cam Hayward was the first to touch him there at about the 3-yard line. And it will remain a 5-point game at the bank. Got to keep the ball in Lamar's hands there, in my opinion, whether it be a run or a pass. They're averaging 17 a game over the last 7 games. Holy cow. Let's see, what are the Browns averaging over their last 4? We scored 7, and then 6, and then 3, and then 10. So let's see. 26 divided by 4, 6.5 points per game. How about it? Pittsburgh on the return up to the 36-yard line. With 3:40 to go, Ravens have all 3 timeouts. They need the football back. And they also need a touchdown to complete a comeback. Could give up a field goal. And it would still be a 1-score game, but obviously, you don't want that. The bank is loud as it has been all evening against their division rival. Russ down the middle, connects, and he will find George Pickens. That is his 7th catch, I believe, today. 6-yard pickup, and the clock will move. Definitely rough outing, though, for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They either start hot, finish cold, or start cold, finish hot. So, can't have it both ways, Pittsburgh. 2nd and 4. Wilson will take the play clock all the way down to 3. And now to 2. Play action again. Russ is going to find his running back, Najee Harris, up the sideline, and he will fly for his biggest play today into Raven territory and into Chris Boswell range as well. Most importantly, he will keep the timer ticking away. One more snap, and then the 2-minute warning for Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren checks in. Harris gets the breather. And Wilson got to hurry here. 1 second. He will get the snap away to Jalen Warren. Roquan Smith on the tackle, which will take us to the 2-minute warning. It's the Steelers 28, the Ravens 23, looking to complete a monstrous comeback at home. 2-minute warning from M&T Bank Stadium. Maryland Miracle, could be. It could happen. 2 minutes left. Wilson will hand off to Harris. And looking for the outside. He will not find it. Timeout taken by Harbaugh. 3rd and 8. Game could be won or lost on this play for Pittsburgh, depending on what could follow if they don't pick this up. Personally, I might throw the football here. Could sound ridiculous, but it's not. 1:57 to go, 3rd and 8. This could be the ball game. Blitz coming, picked up. Wilson down the middle, low and incomplete. And the Ravens have life in the 4th quarter. Most importantly, they save about 40 seconds with the incompletion. And Boswell coming on for a pressure 52-yarder. Mr. Reliable all year long, looking for the field goal to put them up the maximum 1-score advantage. From 52, Boswell's kick is up, and it's good. Steelers take an 8-point lead, but Jackson's got a $150 and 2 timeouts. Looking for 8 points of his own. Boswell was just never going to miss. But it was a great stop there for Baltimore. This game has become a lot more entertaining than some may have expected. And a return to take it here for the Ravens. Up the middle, across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Minute 45 for Lamar Jackson to make magic happen. Got a very weird feeling this might end up being turned over. That would be a very telling story as to how the Ravens and Steelers seasons have gone in years past. 1st down at 10. Jackson makes the touch pass to Bateman and will find Mark Andrews wide open, space out in front of him, and already to midfield. A good start for Baltimore. Appreciate all of the comments. I cannot wait for the next couple of weeks of playoff football, playoff streaming, and of course, our Super Bowl finale going to be as good as always. Ravens in the no huddle as expected. It's Jackson on 1st and 10, finding Derrick Henry into field goal range. Obviously, that does not matter. 2nd timeout taken by John Harbaugh. 1:16 left in the 4th. The heydays of the MSG channel. We had some really good regular season games, didn't we? During that early Madden 25 and obviously the end of Madden 24, delivered some absolute bangers. Keep an eye on Bateman right now, though. In press coverage, might be the go-to guy for Lamar Jackson. And tried to set up a screen. That one fails. Henry could not get out of his own offensive lineman's way there. Not a huge deal, though. 2nd and 10. And the clock is stopped with a minute 13. MSG Super Bowl, always fire. What's up, Sin? Ravens last chance, touchdown, 2-point conversion. Gotta have it. Is Lamar Jackson. lined up in the empty. Now bringing back Derrick Henry. Pittsburgh going to move a lot of their guys defensively as well. Jackson off the play action, going to be sacked. No, he gets away, and that saves a lot of time, a lot of yardage, and a lot of chaos. Cam Hayward had him in a heap, and Jackson able to throw that one away. An unpraised play that won't be shown on replays for this one, but very important nonetheless. And that will set up a 3rd and 10. 1:08 to go. Blitz coming. Jackson rolling right. Watt giving chase, and it's going to be caught downfield by Andrews. What a play by Jackson. LaMarvelous keeps the drive going into the red zone. 1:04 to go. What up, Ravens King? Madden scripting truly is an art from EA Sports. 1 timeout left for the Ravens as well. On 1st and 10. Aguilar in motion, gets the touch pass. Henry goes out to throw a block, and he does. There goes Aguilar inside the 10, out of bounds at the 2-yard line. What a block from King Henry. Almost found the crease to the end zone. Just could not quite get around the last defender. Plenty of room to work with here, though, for Baltimore. 1st and goal from the 2. Jackson collects a high snap, steps right, steps up to the end zone, and he will score the touchdown. A 2-point conversion away from a tie game at the bank. Jackson with his 2nd consecutive rushing TD. That one could prove huge. Brendan Marks came back at a good time. Game will be decided right here and right now. Couldn't have it any other way between Pittsburgh and Baltimore. They split the season series. These two division rivals always coming down to the wire. And the play of the postseason so far. A 2-point attempt to tie the game. Jackson steps right, looking to take off. He will do it himself again, and we are tied at M&T Bank Stadium. Down 28-7 in the 3rd quarter. Lamar Jackson has led the Ravens all the way back with a 52nd touchdown drive, but the Steelers have time left. What up, Koopa? Good time for you to join. Ravens tie the game up. Insane game here in Baltimore. They cannot figure out Lamar Jackson right now, a cheat code in the system. He does what he wants offensively. Kickoff for Justin Tucker. Jalen Warren this time will take a return. Full speed ahead up the middle. Met at the 30-yard line. Russell Wilson looking for another game-winning drive to add to his accommodations. All 3 timeouts, 51 seconds, and he's only got to go about 30 yards in the process. More than enough resources at the hand of Russ. Overtime could be inbound with a stop here from the Ravens. Russ has got different ideas. A check down will be caught by Freiermuth, and he goes nowhere. And now all of a sudden, Pittsburgh not in any hurry, because if this next play ends up going badly, Ravens could call a timeout and get the football back. Looks like we might have OT on our hands. Tomlin feels like enough time has gone by. Steelers stepping back up to the spot with 30 seconds. Russ down the seams, like heroic pass breakup. Big time play that could have just saved the season for Baltimore. What a play. 3rd and 10. And like we said, a stop here at a timeout could mean a lot. What does Pittsburgh do? Backs against the wall. Wilson, plenty of time. Stepping up in the pocket. He is going to be taken down. Another sack. Justin Madubuike. And neither team reaching for a timeout, which means we have extra football to be played in the AFC North. What a way to end regulation. And there is a heroic run from Lamar Jackson. Obviously, we play overtime. Postseason rules here, so both teams will possess the football, regardless of what happens on the opening drive. And the Pittsburgh Steelers will win the toss, and they will elect to start with the football offensively. Mike Tomlin wants his guys to wake up, wants his defense to get a break. 24-3 run to close out the third quarter and finish in the fourth quarter between the Steelers and the Ravens. How about it? Call this from the end of the season when I joined? Heck yeah. Or from the end of the second, yeah. You are right. Cordell Patterson on the return only finds the 27-yard line. Russell Wilson is needed now more than ever. What up, Madden Productions? Long time no see, my friend. Glad to have you back in here. You joined at a good time, and you joined for a good game. Overtime, bonus football in the bank. Pittsburgh has been outgained and, quite frankly, outplayed in the second half. Looking to get jump-started here in OT. Najee Harris finds 3 yards on the opening play of the extra period. Both teams have 2 timeouts. All challenges go upstairs to New York. Wish it was the Broncos clapping the Bills. Might happen tomorrow. They play the Buffalo Bills on live stream at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. As Najee Harris looking to pull away, he cannot. The house was set, and Trenton Simpson, 9 tackles. What a stat. All good. The VOD will still be out there, so if you catch it afterwards, it is what it is. Ravens looking to make a stop here on 3rd and 6. All the momentum in their favor. Wilson dancing around the pocket. Hit as he throws down the middle. It will wind up incomplete. And Lamar Jackson, smiling from ear to ear, has a chance to win the game for the Baltimore Ravens. A Renaissance-level choke job by the Pittsburgh Steelers, unraveling on the road. Corliss Waitman on for the punt. Returnable from the 23-yard line up to the 26. Next score wins, no matter what it may be, offensive, defensive, field goal, touchdown, safety. The game ends with the next score. How bad was the choke job? Pittsburgh was up 28-7 with about, I want to say 3 minutes, maybe 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Pretty bad. All the Ravens need is a field goal. Lamar Jackson looking to lead them to the divisional round for consecutive years, going for it all down the field, and Andrews could not haul that one in. Been the go-to guy on the opening play of a lot of these previous drives. That time their connection is denied. If you guys are enjoying the stream, drop a like. What a banger this game is. Insane second game of our postseason streaming week. This time the backfield is fully loaded. Not for long, though. Jackson will hand off to Henry. Right side, got room. There goes Derrick Henry. Could not break away from the initial tackler. It is a 7-yard pickup, though. As we go back and forth, this game might require a double overtime. And I believe the last time that happened was the Mile High Miracle between the Broncos and the Ravens, where Baltimore stole that game from Denver in double OT on the road via Justin Tucker field goal. 3rd and 3. Jackson, left side pass caught by Andrews, and he's not going to get there. And the Steelers make a stand. Vintage MSG game, it's got to be. This might go down as my longest stream on hand, actually, by the time it's all said and done. What a game this is panning out to be. Stout is on for the punt. And we got bonus football. Stout will get this one away off his right foot. Fair catch called for at the 19-yard line. And now the Steelers have the advantage with their offense on the football field. I don't care who wins anymore either. I'd love to see it be the Ravens just for the comeback factor, but regardless, this has been An incredible game. A Madden 25 game to remember, no doubt about it. No shortage of energy in this building, and Roquan Smith, another tackle on Najee Harris. Poor guy cannot escape him. Dan Campbell would have been shaking his head, yeah, well, that was the right choice no matter which way you look at it. No doubt about it. Najee Harris will line up as a receiver. Wilson, 5 options to choose from, going deep down the field, wide open, in stride, Calvin Austin, gonna walk it off in the bank. The biggest crowd silencer of them all. Russell Wilson, through the comeback, through the adversity, steals this game in overtime, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are moving on. Who let Russ cook in overtime? What a game, what a finish. Calvin Austin goes the distance. And there you have it. Game of the postseason so far. Steelers steal this one appropriately. 37-31 on the road. And a 21-point comeback falls short in overtime. Russell Wilson, barely by the skin of his teeth, able to keep this game in favor of the Pittsburgh Steelers. What a game we were just treated to. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. And hopefully we get some more games like this in the future. Tomorrow night you got the Broncos and the Bills, our final AFC wildcard game of the sim season. Glad to have you all joining me today. I hope to see you guys tomorrow.